Happy Halloween, my little freaks and squeaks, and welcome back to day number 9 of the 10 days of Halloween with I myself, the original Renegade. Now, if you haven't been here for the previous days, I do suggest that you do go back and look at previous days and start at number 1 and all that, because I do give you a more in-depth overview of why I'm doing this challenge and, you know, the format of this challenge and everything like that, so you can catch that on day number 1 if you haven't already. If you are joining me after joining me for 8 prior days to this one, then thank you very much. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. Pull up a chair, pull up a crystal ball and maybe a cup of tea, because we're going to crack on into this. So, to begin with, I'm going to just start by saying that this is not my challenge. It was a challenge set out by one of my favourite actors, Mr. Thomas Dekker, the gorgeous and talented and beautiful Thomas Dekker. Let's put it that way. So, this is his challenge. I'm just resurrecting it because he did it about 3 or 4 years ago, and I thought it was about time that it kind of came back to resurgence, you know. So I'm going to be giving you my 3 movies from this spooky time of year, and they are in the following categories: the beat off category, the show off category, and the laugh off category. So again, if you need to know a more in-depth thing about each of those categories, then do go back and click on day 1, because I lay it all out for you there. So to begin with, we've got a bit of a creepy, spooky, ghostly vibe going on today. So in case you haven't noticed over the last few days, I've kind of been matching my outfits to the vibe of each movie set. So, here we go on day number 9. So, my first movie is my beat off category, and it is the 1999 Sixth Sense. Now, for those of you who haven't seen it, and I don't know why, because it's pretty much mentioned all the time, right? But it's about a child who can see dead people. This psychologist, who's played by Bruce Willis, has to go and sort of do a psych test or do whatever it is psychologists do. So he's got to find out what's wrong with this kid, essentially, and do a little bit of investigating, right? But it has spawned so many of the "I see dead people" memes. So that is this film that those are from, okay? So, it does give you ghostly chills, you know, which is acutely real and strange, and it's a real and strange study of grief, basically. It's the study of grief and its fallout, like everything that kind of happens when someone is grieving and everything like that. And the ending is just so credible that once it's revealed, it doesn't actually feel so far-reaching. Like, you would look at it and be like, oh yeah, like, it has a credible ending. It's not one of those twist endings where you're like, what? Like, it has a credible ending, and it is sad, and like I said, it's a study of grief. The child actor in it, I can't remember his name. I know he's called Hayden, I think, or Haley. It starts with a H, I don't know, I can't remember the kid's name, but he is really, really good in it. Bruce Willis is fantastic in it. I really do recommend it for you guys if you want something a little bit spooky and a little bit weird and a bit of a thriller. So, definitely is my beat-off movie. Now, my show-off movie is one of my favourite franchises in the world, and it's the 2013 The Conjuring. Now, it's a throwback to the 1970s, this movie, when Ed and Lorraine Warren were called to the Perron household to investigate some ghostly goings-on, basically. And it's about a family who have like 7 daughters, I think it is, 5 or 7, something in the zone. You know, it's super freaky. It's a supernatural movie, obviously, which is my favourite genre of horror movie. I am all about that supernatural life, guys. I am not really too much into slasher movies. I'll watch them, but it's not my biggest thing. But I love those spooky supernaturals going on. So, it's about a demonic presence and what there is, you know, going on in the house and everything, and the mother, and it's trying to possess them, it's trying to wear them down, everything like that. You know, it doesn't rely heavily on jump scares, which is something that I love, because I hate when a movie, its only directive is to make you jump, and that's just, come on, please, that's just hammy tactics right there. Like, it annoys me. So it doesn't actually rely on jump scares, but the jump scares that it has are fantastic. Like, there's this whole bit with this thing they do called the clap clap game. Really freaky. We will not play that game now because it's freaky and the jump scare's amazing. But anyway, you know, it's a good story. It derives from a true story, you know, which makes it a little bit more spooky maybe, in my opinion. You know, but it's just, they did a great job with conveying it in a way that you didn't look at it and think, there's no way this is a real, like, real thing, right? And of course it's in that massive universe that they're creating now, with the Conjuring and the Nun and all the different spin-offs, and it's in the zone of the Insidious movies and everything, and I just absolutely love it. Love anything demonic. I'm a little bit weird like that, but do see it if you can, because it is fantastic and I do love it, and it's spooky. So that is my show-off movie. Now, my laugh-off movie is possibly one of my favourite movies of all times. It is a Disney movie. It's a Disney original movie, and that is the 1998 Halloween Town. If you have not heard of Halloween Town, we can't be friends. Like, oh my god. So, there are 4 movies in this franchise. It is a Disney original movie. For some unknown reason, Disney do not play it on the Disney Channel anymore, so I actually have copies, DVDs that I bought in America, that I have a region 1 DVD player that will play them. Anyway, so the point is, it's about this family, Gwen, the mother, you've got Marnie, Sophie and Dylan, who are the children, and then you've got Grandma Aggie. Now, it turns out that they are part of this ancient bloodline of witches, the Cromwell witches, and Gwen, basically, after her husband died, the kid's father died, she just didn't want to be a part of it. She didn't want to be a part of it. She moved to, like, the non-magic world and what have you, and moved from Halloween Town, because Halloween Town is a place and it's got a massive jack-o'-lantern in the centre of the town square, and I love it. Oh my god. Like, it's just so Halloween. I love it. It's so fun and so spooky. Grandma Aggie comes to visit. The kids find out that they're witches. They end up following her back to Halloween Town using the bus. You meet awesome characters like Benny, who's one of my favourite people. And it's just such a good movie. It's basically about them having to save Halloween Town because something bad's going on. Like, Grandma Aggie's trying to tell them and trying to be like, hey, there's something weird going on. I don't know what it is. And Gwen just sort of poo-poos her and says, you know, it's in your head, it's in your head. But the kids do go there and they help, and they have to fight against darkness, and they have to save Halloween Town, and it's just one of those feel-good movies. I love it. I always put it on when I carve my pumpkins because I just absolutely love it. I always wish that I could live in Halloween Town. Apparently there is a place in Salem, Oregon. I hear that they do the town square up like Halloween Town each year, and me and my friend Michael definitely want to visit it at some point, because how cool would that be? Like, honestly. But yeah, I do not even feel like it is Halloween till I have watched this movie, you guys. So do check it out if you do love Disney and you have the time to check it out and you have the ability to check it out. So that is all I've got for you today, I'm afraid. They are my 3 movies from day number 9 of the 10 days of Halloween with I Myself. Hopefully you are enjoying this. I am immensely enjoying this. And until tomorrow, my little freaks and squeaks, when it will actually be All Hallows Eve. Because today, which is October 30th, it is Devil's Night. For anyone who understands the meaning of that, then yep, it's Devil's Night. But tomorrow it is All Hallows Eve, and I am so excited. So until tomorrow on All Hallows Eve, my little freaks and squeaks, I am going to check you later. So happy haunting. If you've got it, haunt it.